What's up, everybody? It's your girl RaeBae Glam, and I am here to talk about a very, let's just say everybody talks about it. The topic for self-care today is, does sex keep a man? Now, I hope not, because I don't plan on having sex until I'm married, so we gonna have some problems. But if you're interested in hearing about my opinions on this topic, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So, the topic again, like I said, is, does sex keep a man? The short answer, yes. The long answer, no. So, which one y'all want first? The short or the long? Let's go with the short. Okay, let's go with the short. Okay, short answer, yes. Sex will keep a man, but it will keep a man just interested in having sex with you. Just sex alone will not keep a man loyal to you, faithful to you, and just having sex with just you. There's been plenty of times, so many times, where a man really necessarily only hits a girl up at that time, late night, when they usually have sex. And that may keep him interested for a while, and he may keep coming back to you for sex. Even if you want more than that, he may even make up lies to continue the sex. But that's my short answer. Yes, it will keep a man around, okay? And we are all very familiar with, the songs like this. But it's getting top English and songs like this. I gotta turn it. And we're not even gonna get into the male versions of talking about sex. Sex is such a hot commodity. But I want to jog you guys' memory. I did a What a Man Want in Relationships video a few months back, and you'll be able to see that right there. Yeah. And you will be surprised, although a lot of people like to put sex on the men, you would be surprised. I want to say maybe 2 people actually listed sex as one of the things men want in a relationship. Now, don't get me wrong. We're not saying men don't want to sleep with you. Like, that's not what they're saying either. I think that at this point, it's evident that sex has been on the table for a long time. People are more willing to get naked physically than mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So that's like kind of a given in a way. So when the men were basically telling me what they want in a relationship, they didn't really mention that, because it's almost it. I hate to say that. I hate to say it like this, but it has become so frequently given that it's just a given to them. So ladies, that's kind of on us, because it's hard to value something at its full extent if it's handed out all the time. It's almost like, okay, if I gave away a Gucci purse, one time, that's cool. But if I'm giving away a Gucci purse every month, the value of that Gucci purse is gonna be like, bro, it becomes a point where it's no longer asked for. It is expected, and it kind of loses its value. And don't get me wrong, we know that the power of sex is way valuable than what society puts it on. Now, it's so casual, but to me, there's no such thing as casual sex. It's an exchangement of souls, and a lot of people is intertwining souls with people that if they could see it before they do it, they'll be like, whoa, I can't do this, okay? Now, if you are just interested in having a male partner just sexually, then the answer to your question to the fact of, can a man be kept with sex, it's an automatic yes, because for you, that's pretty much all you really want. But for the ladies who are looking to have a man marry them, or, possibly, trust them, all these wonderful attributes that come along with relationships, sex cannot just keep a man. It cannot be the only thing. So when you are messing with a man who is past the bloom of youth, I'm not talking about someone in their early 20s that will probably hit anything and everything that's walking. I'm talking about a man who is experienced. I'm talking about a man who has probably had his fair share or respects himself. Men, if you're listening, you don't have to sleep with everybody that offers you sex. I feel like I need to say that because society automatically says men will sleep with anything. And it's like, dang, like, do I have to be a whore because I'm a man? No, you don't. You can deny sex. Matter of fact, I encourage you guys to start denying sex just because you respect yourself. But let's just keep going. But you don't have to actually adhere to, like I said, society's demands or thoughts on sex as a man. As you know, I'm in my 20s, I need to get it all out and all that stuff. Cause you can respect yourself too. Me personally, I don't want a man that has a lot of bodies. I don't, because that doesn't show me you have self-discipline. Because I can have the same wild self-discipline as well. Very loose, very, just out there. And you won't look at me the same. You know what I'm saying? I need someone that, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have sex, but it can't just be with any and everybody that offers it to you. And I don't operate that way, and I don't want a man that operates that way. If you, as a man, think it's okay to sleep with anybody and everybody because you're single, or because, you know what I'm saying, you're maybe horny at the time, and so I don't need that type of energy. Because then you feed into your flesh and not your spirit. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy, I'm not wanting to exchange my energy with somebody who succumbs to your flesh. Once you get to that point, your weakness becomes your dominance. Sex has dominated you to the point where it's kept you in situations, relationships way longer. Relationships should have ended 5-6 weeks ago. 5 years ago, but you're still holding on because you like the sex. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you like sex so much that you have created children with a woman you really don't even like. You know, so it goes out saying, for me, I don't want to be around somebody that does not have their fleshly desires in check. And that's when I talk about a man, when you're dealing with a man that is past the bloom of youth. Where he knows himself, he knows what he's looking for, and he knows his purpose. And so he's looking for a woman to help support his purpose versus looking for a woman to give him purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it goes. I feel like the world has screwed that on up too. You're not, as a man, your purpose should not be within a woman. Now, your reason for doing things it could be because you're trying to support your woman, your family and stuff, but your purpose should not be within a woman. You need to find your purpose before you even start trying to date. Get out there. So this is going to help you make better decisions sexually. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be so willing to sleep with somebody who doesn't align with your purpose. And a lot of y'all find out that these women not only don't align with your purpose, doesn't align with your energy, takes away from your energy, or are damaged and toxic to you. But you find that later on, after you done had 2 or 3 babies, after you got locked up because she called the police on you. I mean, it's all these problems you create because you're thinking with the flesh. So that's not what I'm looking for. And ladies, that's not what you should be looking for either. But I'm going to break down why it is important, why you cannot just keep a man in a relationship with you for the long haul just for sex alone. And reason number 1, and I hear this a lot, and I feel it as a woman too. If sex is all you offer and you don't support him or be there for him or know how to, walk into your femininity, which a lot of women don't these days, then he ain't gonna want to have sex with you after a while. After a while, the sex is gonna go from 1 week to maybe once a month. Maybe he's gonna step out the relationship because you aren't feeding those other desires in him. Men who are past the bloom of youth have other desires that need to be met by a real woman that does not walk around thinking that her stuff is going to keep a man. Let's just be straight up real. I'm just going to be straight up. Ladies, it may hurt your feelings. It ain't no different. It is no different. Your stuff is no different than another girl's. I'm talking about feeling wise. When men hype up and say, oh, this is the best I ever had, blah, 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 it's because it's what you make him feel like. You may be the best girlfriend you had, and so that intimacy is enticing. It's more enticed. It feels better. You may take care of him, support him, hold him down. It's like, okay, now, bam, the icing on the cake, and she got bomb sex. You know what I'm saying? But sex alone, if you don't do these things for a man, then 9 times out of 10, the sex that you think that you're so great at, you're not gonna want it no more. I mean, and let's be real, as a woman, after a while, for me, I don't want it anymore. If you're steady belittling me, you're steady taking from me, not encouraging me, not helping, not allowing me to walk within my femininity, if I'm constantly having to play the masculine role because you don't want to be masculine or for whatever the type of reason, I no longer want to sleep with you. And again, you're dealing with a woman that's past the boom youth. And I know I'm speaking for a lot of women. After a while, I don't want you to touch me. You know what I'm saying? Because sex to me is the ultimate, it's the top tier of levels of love. And a lot of you all are down here at the bottom trying to have that top tier sex. And that's why you're going back and forth, the crazy arguments, the love triangles, the toxicity of it all, because you all are trying to operate at this level when you're right here. So that is reason number 1 for me why sex cannot really necessarily keep a man interested and loyal and stay in a relationship, is because if you do not feed the other attributes of relationship, eventually he's not going to want the sex that you put so much on a pedestal in the first place. All right, and my second reason why sex cannot keep a man, again, may hurt some women, but then it may not, but the second reason why is because sex is literally everywhere. Sex is literally everywhere. There used to be a time where women would respect themselves and not want to sleep with somebody else that they know is in a relationship or know they have a woman, but nowadays it has become a reward, a title to so many women is, I slept with your man, I did this, I'm taking him, or he did this, got him over here doing things that he should be doing at your house. Women have got to the point where it's become a badge of honor to them to sleep with somebody else's man. So because this is so prevalent, it's all in the music, it's all in media, it's all in everything that we basically do. Sex devalues itself. If you can get it everywhere, then again, if that's the only thing you bring to the table, I'm not going to be around too long, because eventually the first argument we have or whatever, I'm going to be like, well, yeah, I don't really like her anyway. All I do is sleep with her. I'm just going to sleep with somebody else that don't argue with me. I just be straight up real. Or the first time where things get a little complicated, you may say if you become ill, say if you develop cancer or whatever, and you can't have sex anymore. Well, that's the only thing you have brought to the table, and I'm out. It doesn't matter what time in a relationship. It can be 5 years, 20 years. If sex is the glue that holds your relationship together, and because it's so readily available, women are around here literally sleeping with other men for 4 for $4s. You know what I'm saying? You can give a chick some nuggets and some fries and a burger and a shake, and she busting it down 10 minutes later. I hate sounding like that, but and women, we can't do nothing but blame ourselves on that, because if every woman were to respect another woman's relationship, then maybe that man would think twice about stepping out, because he knows that he's not going to be able to do those things. And I'm not putting it on women, because men, you know what I'm saying, if you feel like sex is the only thing in a relationship, then you need to let her know that this is not a relationship, this is just a casual fling type situation. I'm not putting cheating on women, but I am letting you guys know they wouldn't have nobody to cheat with if you all have more respect for yourself and kept your legs closed. Okay? So that's reason number 2 why sex cannot keep a man, because it's too readily available. Sorry. Okay, the third reason why I feel that sex cannot keep a man in a relationship is because, ladies, I know you do it all the time, you use it as a form of punishment. You take sex off the table to punish a dude. You'll say, oh, well, he didn't do what I asked him to do, and he didn't buy this, or, I'm mad at him, he ain't getting none for a week. He ain't getting none from you. I'm just keeping it real. This is another reason why sex cannot keep a man, because you all play around with it. Now, if it's the first maybe for a couple of 2 or 3 times, he may be like, dang, I really want to sleep with her. You know what I'm saying? Let me do right. You know what I'm saying? That's the halfway decent dude. But the regular niggas out here, they're gonna be like, man, she asked for too much. This girl over here ain't asking for nothing but my time. This girl ain't asking for nothing but a couple of texts every now and then. She don't really want nothing in return. Let me go on and sleep with somebody else that's not using sex as a punishment. You know what I'm saying? It's not healthy to withdraw sex from a marriage. I'm going to say marriage because I'm not going to condone a relationship type. If you're married and you are withholding sex from your husband because you want to punish him or you want him to straighten up, that is toxic. You need some help, and you better be checking to see if your man is happy. And again, I'm not condoning the fact that he cheats, but you got to look at everything on your end. Are you pushing this man? Are you pushing him? Because in our reality, you can't, this is something, sex is made for the marriage bed. It's supposed to be pleasurable for both of you guys. It's not meant as a form of punishment. It's not meant to puppet a man like, oh, do as I say, dance I say, do this, or you're not going to get any Gucci. No Gucci for you. Because he just gonna give it to somebody else. I'm sorry. I know that it worked for a lot of women, but it's only temporary. It is only temporary. So ladies, if you are withholding sex as a form of punishment to make a man straighten up, and that is the only thing you have to offer, let's solidify that be the only thing you got to offer, then he ain't gonna be having sex with you. You're right. But he gonna be having sex with somebody else. And that is why you cannot keep a man with just sex. Okay, I got a lot of other reasons popping in my head, but I'm gonna do just 4 for the sake of time and all that stuff. So the 4th reason why sex cannot keep a man, again, we're talking about a man of past booming youth, is because men, don't get offended. After a while, them rounds that he used to be able to give you becomes like a couple minutes. He ain't gonna be able to keep up that same libido forever. Now, I'm not saying that he is going to eventually stop wanting to have sex. No, they never stop wanting to the day they die. The day they die, they gonna want some sex. But the ability to be able to have sex the way that you want to and for the longevity, it goes down. It goes down. So you have to come up with other ways to please your man besides sexually. I'm not saying, I'm gonna stop sleeping with him if I miss a young person. No, you still sleep with your husband, but that cannot, again, be the only thing that you bring to the table. Sex cannot be the only thing, because after a while, when a man gets older, he's not going to be able to perform the way he used to do 20 years ago. So then now what? Now you're sitting with somebody today you don't even really know. You don't like him. The kids are going off to college. You know what I'm saying? Your children got their own kids. They don't come around no more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just looking at each other in the room, watching TV together, just like, dang, I don't even know this brother. Like, dang, man, I don't even know her, man. I don't even like her like that. Like, seriously, because so long you have kept up this relationship of sex, and it kept him intrigued or whatever the case may be. You did a couple things around, but now it's just like, baby, I ain't got it like that. but do you still love me? You know what I'm saying? And so what normally happens in these situations, you ever seen these men like in their 50s or 60s get divorces? It's not because they don't love their wife, it's just they don't feel the love from their wife, because the sex part is gone. And so if your love language is physical, just sex, you have to find other physical things to do in the relationship, in the marriage, to appease your husband, who's now at the point where he can't perform like he used to. And so that is why, the fourth reason why sex cannot be the only thing that keeps a man, because eventually it's not going to be up like it ain't going to be rolling like that. Okay, sis, it's just not going to be rolling like that. And he will leave you for a woman that's his best friend. He will leave you for a woman that makes him feel like a man, because let's be real, ladies. The first thing y'all do when y'all get mad and man, you be like, well, that's all right, cause it's only 6 inches anyway. Or oh, it only lasts for 3 minutes. Well, you talking about you gonna bust it down for me? It only lasts 3 minutes anyway. You knocked out. I mean, you attacking the man's ego. You're attacking his ego, thinking that's gonna make him be like, well, let me do better now. And he's gonna be like, I can't. And so let me find a woman that accepts me for where I am in the stage of my life now. And so that's my tidbit on that. If you guys enjoyed this video, comment below on why you think sex cannot just keep a man. Let me know if you've experienced these situations. Let me know if you're in these situations. Let me know if you're one of them girls who think you can. Because let's just be, you ain't got to tell all that. And make sure you share this video with your family and friends. Y'all can spark up the conversation today. You know what I'm saying? Get closer. This is all about self-care, self-awareness. I want you guys to have happy, healthy relationships. And this is a big topic that I feel like are hurting our relationships now. So, offer more than sex. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Deuces.